Surely nothing happened to Dean's power? What do you mean, Taz? Surely not. I don't have a power in my possession. Alright, getting stuff set up. Slurp. Alright. Contacting affiliated parties. Affiliate parties are basically just people over on my Blue Sky, or other people that get notified from YouTube because YouTube is really good about notifying people, supposedly. That's what I've heard. Anyways, I'm just mentioning to people that might be interested that I'm doing stuff. Don't forget, you can also subscribe or look at the upcoming streams in order to see when I'm doing stream stuff. I'm trying to keep up with, like, posting when exactly I'm doing stuff. Tess says I had to restart the stream. I got the notification, but nothing happened, though I was already here. I think there's, like, a little bit of delay between, like, when the stream, like, actually starts and when YouTube feels like actually streaming that. Bobkin here and says blarg. Blarg. Hey, Bobkin. Okay. So, thing that I've started doing, I've got a fan mail account, and I'm trying to use this time at the start of the stream in order to get, like, fan mail stuff. So didn't get too many from, like, the last time I did my streams. Only got 2. Where's this one? This one comes from Taz. Sad day without a Deanspillabean stream. This was like, just from last week whenever I just wasn't able to stream because that was all the streams that I have for today. Matt the Blarg, says Taz. Smiley face. Is that just a reference? I don't know. But yeah, funny image. There's also this other one that was from Bobcan. It's in Spanish. Or a little bit of it's in Spanish. Now, I can't read this, but luckily we have the power of technology. So if I translate, Google Translate, and then say, hey, can you, like, translate this for me? Pretty please? And then it's like, oh yeah, sure.
Hey, listen to me. If you come to the old Freddy's Pizzeria, we're not going to jump you. Not in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me. Wait, you don't speak Spanish? Shoot. Sorry. Hold on.
And then the rest of it is, you should totally come down to be a night card. We won't jump you, trust. Nah. I've got other stuff that I gotta do. So anyways, if anyone wants to send anything in, option is there. Yeah, you can use the Deanspillabean fan mail account down here. Blarg is a YouTuber? Are they? But yeah, you can use the fan mail account just to send me stuff, and I'll use the first few minutes of these streams just to look at those. Other than that, just like also interacting with people that stop by. Let's see, Blarg. I'm searching that up on YouTube. They are in fact a streamer, or a YouTuber. I can't really tell what they do off the thumbnails. It's kind of confusing. Dean, watch Pakistan hilariously bad Happy Meal McDonald's ad? No. I don't like watching ads anyway. Also, I'm not really comfortable with, like, watching videos on stream that I'm not, like, sure will be fine. Like, if I'm somewhat aware of the topic, then maybe, but otherwise, probably no videos will be we looked at. Other news over on my YouTube channel. If you missed it, which I don't think many people did, but I'm just kind of pointing this out. I did a video, which actually, fun fact, took me like 3 days to make. It definitely took way longer to like plan out or whatever. But it's basically like a whole video where I focus on my plans for making the Earth Mover in Satisfactory. So check out that new video. I've got a funny bit at the start. So I want to build that. And then the whole video is just me talking about my plans with the Earth Mover. Like let's see. I got information on like the scale of how everything's gonna be. So like that's like a replica of what it's gonna be. It's a peak video. No joke. I feel like I did really well on it for only spending like practically 3 days actually making it. But we get a good scale of how big the Earth Mover is going to be. It's very large. Also talked about how I'm going to get the fuel source, where I'm going to be using biofuel as the fuel source because it's the closest thing to blood. And also, this is kind of a neat thing. So the Vidotube program that I've been using lately... It's Pokemon music. It's Pokemon. The Vidotube program that I've been using lately, since it has, like, math nodes that you can put on into everything, I've actually started trying to use this for, like, Satisfactory flowcharts. Because before, I would actually literally pull out a notepad, like actually a big old notepad here. Why do I have two notepads? Oh, because one of them is... Okay, there we go. But yeah, I would have a notepad and write down stuff on the notepad, and then basically do the math on this thing. Well, it worked for a long time, which I'm kind of okay with, but I ended up trying to use Vidotube here in order to make like an actual flowchart. Let's see, Tess says Tenna update could have been its own video. People who are here for the Tenna avatar might not watch that because they see Ultra Kill stuff. I understand that. I just kind of felt like mentioning it at the time because I'm like, yeah, I do streams, except I don't do the actual Satisfactory streams until like the last 2 days because there's like other projects that I want to do. What other projects? Oh, I'm not going to say those. You're going to have to watch other videos. Nah, I just felt like talking about the Tenna avatar there, just because it was kind of relevant. Also, I don't like posting a ton of update videos on stuff. I do need to definitely make it its own update video at some point, but I kind of want to put more work into it before I, like, make it its own video, so to say. I just want more work on that first. Anyways, looking over in the Vidotube flowcharts, I have a number up here that does like a power check. So, at least for the plans that I'm doing, I have it set up for 10,000 megawatts for the time being. But I could just like change this to like 2,500, and it'll update the entire flowchart in order to show me what's needed in order to reach the requirements. And yeah, after I did like all the extensive doubling and math checking, I do actually get like 16 times the efficiency on stuff. And when I figured that out, I was like, huh, that's kind of funny. I can officially say 16 times the efficiency, like that old Bethesda quote. 16 times the detail. Now I can actually make that joke, and it'd be funny. So, I'm hoping to work on that whenever I get into Satisfactory, like... Or, let's see, I want to make a plastic factory on Thursday, like that's going to be like a big thing. Other than... After that, I kind of want to see, after I make the plastic factory, if I can get enough resources to actually make the biofuel generators in the Earth Mover. I'm still thinking on if I want it to be in the place that I like put it right now, but I might end up instead moving it. I need to come up with a final decision soon. I no joke actually like where I have it at the moment. I've just been trying to think about if there's other places that I could have. It's fine at the moment. 16 times the efficiency. 16 times the efficiency. But like actually, it literally gets doubled 4 times, so it ends up being 16 times the efficiency. The Great Sultan? What? I don't know what Sultan is, somehow. It's a sovereign king or ruler of an ismatic state or country. Oh, Sultan. Oh, yeah, one of those things from Aladdin. They're all from Aladdin, yeah. Tess says Sultan RS, best GTA 4 car, yeah. Yeah, I'm just not familiar with the word very much. Also, what kind of project am I gonna get into today? So I've been thinking on that. So I do want to actually work on the avatar, and I actually I got things kind of reorganized. Last week when I was working on this, I basically went back through all of my different poses here and reorganized them, tried to condense everything down, which I think I did pretty well on there. And then after I got that done, I was like, wait, is there a better way to do it? Shoot, there could have been a better way. Oh well, I'll probably do that whenever I feel like it, making it more efficient a 5th time or whatever. Anyways, today I'm not entirely sure what sprites that I want to work on, because there's like a lot, so we can probably like figure that out. Oh, something else that I did do from last week, that I had a problem with, I think it was this one, yeah. I had a problem with this sprite specifically, trying to get the static image on, because whenever I flipped it, it actually would like cause issues, or like whenever it flips, it doesn't work. The Great Sultan, also called Wario. Wario's a sultan? What? That's funny. Anyways, I got the I got this one done, which right now I have it in like different modes, where he kind of like moves his head in different ways. And how I'm swapping the modes is with this button down these buttons down here, where depending on which of these buttons I press, it actually changes the mood states. Let me get that back. There we go. It changes the mood states of everything, which then modifies, or I use to modify like the current mood of the sprites that I'm on. So then if I go to like a different face, all of them will have whatever modifier of mood that I'm in. Or at least that's the idea. But also, I've been able to use it to simply just have different faces I can swap between, which is kind of neat. He's going crazy. Oh, also to get the, let's see. Come on. Oh yeah. To get the actual static image on there, I ended up actually making 4 GIFs over here, because every time that I tried to use only one GIF, for whatever reason, when it, like how it works, let me see, here it is it shifts between different states. Can I find it on my listing? TV pose, whisper, head grasp. Here we go. So state 1 would be like this one, where he's looking right straight ahead. State 2 is when he's looking over here. State 3 looking up. State 4 when he's off to the side. Originally I had one GIF, and then I like stretched and morphed it depending on which state it was on. But for whatever reason, when I did that, and I used the flip mechanic where I would like actually flip his orientation around, the static image would just break, and I don't know why. So I figured out that the only way that I could do it is if I have 4 separate GIFs and have them on their own own background. Now, I ended up having to make like a whole new layer and GIFs. Oh, I just now realized I don't have a way for the static image to stretch, or does it stretch? I can't tell. Not sure. Whatever. Anyways, I at least got this all working. I also kind of had fun trying to get the static image to work, so it goes off of my voice, and depending on if I am talking, then it sets this one Boolean value down there that fades out while I'm not talking, and that's kind of stuff. Orbs is here and says, I pulled up immediately. Hey, Orbs, welcome in. Just kind of going over some stuff that I've done from last stream. It's horrifying? Why is it horrifying? Chuckles, my bag is Hong Kong. Rip. Is that a Digital Circus reference? You did not, in fact, pull up immediately. Oh yeah, speaking of Digital Circus, I can go see the theater release. Ha! I'm lucky. But yeah, the new Digital Circus episode 9 is gonna have a theatrical release, and luckily there's a theater for it in my area, so I'm gonna watch that. I won't spoil anything at all. There's no reason for me to spoil anything. I'm just gonna be like, oh, I get to watch one of my favorite shows on a huge giant screen TV? That sounds sick! I'm gonna do that. So it says, I saw a Kane breakdown, but it's Gabriel. I've seen a lot of breakdowns like that. I think those are all like really, really funny. There's one I saw where like a YouTuber was crashing out at their viewers, cause like, I do everything that they want. I do everything that they desire, and they spit in my face. It's funny. Record it for us? What? Heck no, I'm not doing that. I'm not building into the I'm not going into the stereotype of recording the entire movie. That sounds stupid. I'm gonna do what everyone else does and wait for the actual theatrical release so that I can actually send them money. Always be sure to send money to people for like the art that they made, because it takes a lot of work, and if it's distributed for free, then they don't give money, and then they can't make more cool stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna record it. I have literally no reason to record it, and besides, I have really high standards. If for whatever reason I do record it, frankly, I would rather watch it on the big screen again. I'm gonna be so sad whenever I can't watch it on the big screen again, because I'll be like, no, I can't watch it. Be really cool. Darn, I'm so sad because of that reason. That is it. I literally have way too high of standards to record it just so I can watch it again. Orb says, I bought Minecraft 2-in-1. What's Minecraft 2-in-1? I've never heard of 2-in-1. I've heard of Minecraft, but not Minecraft 2-in-1. Ultrakill fans here says hydrated. Oh yes. Ultrakill fan is here and stay hydrated. I think I started that word. Java and Bedrock. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. That's neat. Oh no, my chat's doing its thing again, says Bobkin. Might need to refresh or something like that. I gotta sip my water. I forgot. Gotta stay hydrated. Glug glug. Water. Oh, Jack Ghost is here. Watched the Mario Galaxy movie twice. It was nice. Oh, all right. I personally haven't watched it myself. I don't see myself looking into the movie very much, but I mean, it looks neat. I just don't feel like watching it myself. But yeah, that's kind of cool that you went to go see it though. Anyway, welcome in. We'll get started on the project pretty soon. Orb says, I do not need to suffer from being able to use essential and official servers anymore. Yay! Very cool. Oh man. I kind of want to play Minecraft at some point, but for me it just feels like there's no reason. Not because there actually isn't any reason, but I've played it for a decade or so, And I really do feel like that the game really hasn't changed all that much. I think it's just because I really want the game to change at some point, and it just hasn't. Well, and not to say that it's bad or anything, but it's actually, it is, like, Minecraft is good right now. It's just, there's like, I don't know, I grew up, I played it for a decade, I want to play something else. That's why I've gotten into Satisfactory. Minecraft can still be really fun, though. Dean, I remember you wanted to watch Invincible Season 4 and had an idea of you streaming it, but there's a lot of issues with that, including copyright spoilers and backseating. I mean, that's an idea. Even if I wanted to do that, I frankly would not want to do a stream specifically on me watching videos, because it's not really that interesting. Even though, like, a copyright issue would come up, like, sure, that would, but, like, I really don't like watching reaction streams on, like, oh man, I can't wait to see what they think of my favorite video. No, if I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna watch it in my own time. Orb says, I was so sick of pirated Minecraft. Yeah, but it's pirated. Yeah, even still, yeah, probably need the actual version at some point. Go fan says, a 360-ton projectile going 0.48 C has 1 teraton of kinetic energy equivalent. Interesting information. Oh, Kevin's here, says hi. Hello, Kevin. Welcome in. Let's see, a couple more messages and then I'll get started. Tez says, about projectiles, I play a game about now. I just was face smacked by a 122mm armor-piercing, high-explosive shell. I'm a regular infantryman. That's a bit overkill. Or ultra kill? Yeah, I think it's always really funny whenever you're playing some of those, like war-themed games. Or war-themed multiplayer. Oh, and Tenna's head is gone. That's weird. But, like the war-themed games, and then you're playing as an infantry person, and, you just walk up to a tank, and the tank's like, bang, and shoots you in the face. It's like kind of unnecessary. Also, just for future reference, if for whatever reason that you see in the editor here that his head disappears or any of his limbs disappear, I'm going to hope that that's just a bug. Like, frankly, just a bug, because it at least appears in the actual editor, or like the avatar viewer here. So I'm gonna hope that there's no issue there. That's the hope, point, and desire. Alright, I'm gonna actually get started on what to do today. So yeah, hello everybody, it's Deanspillabean back on screen, and today we're gonna be working a bit more on the Tenna avatar. Please ignore the fact that his head just kind of disappears sometimes. I really do not know why. It's frankly a bug. This is how maddening I am because of what's going on. When does that happen? Oh well. Swap back. Okay. Headless Tenna. And gonna hide him. I'm Rendo Arts here. How does your avatar change poses so much? Is each determined by something, or is it just random? No, it is very purposeful. I have a mouse that has 12 different buttons on it. And I also have, or at least for the Tenna avatar, I have like a bunch of different button combinations depending on which of the function F13 through 24 keys, combination of shift and control. And so if I press like shift or control or like any of these other buttons, then it shifts between different poses by sending a signal to one of these nodes that then goes to all of these poses. Now, as for the actual paper avatar that I'm using, it's using a simpler version of the program called VideoTube, or VideoTube Mini, which it's going to look a little weird. But basically, the program kind of has something similar where I have a bunch of different buttons mapped to different poses, and you can kind of move me out of the way, so I just have me. So look over on the right side here. I got like tons of different poses to look through. I have about 48 currently, which is a lot. Let me pull that back up. There we go. So that's at least like how my avatars work, and that's just how I do stuff in here. You can definitely make these way simpler than what I'm doing. I just have really high standards. Bobkin's gonna head out for night. See you. All right, Bob. See you. Have a good night. Bye. Right. Before I get sidetracked again and just never actually start working on Tenna, I got a question just for everyone. So, I have a bunch of different poses already. I have about like 20 or so at the moment. I want to keep adding more poses, and today I want to see if I can add like 1 or 2. So, does anyone have a suggestion of which sprite to work on next? Because I have like all of Tenna's sprites right now, and I kind of want to work on some of them. Like, let's see. There is this one where he kind of holds on to his tie and just kind of like nudges it a little bit. That one would be kind of easy. He also have like different heads that I can swap between depending on what kind of like mood that I could be in. Like that's an option. This craft looks absolutely beautiful. It is amazing. Other option, I kind of want to also work on like some sprites where he's looking backwards instead. Do the one where he's spraying Spamton. I could do that one, but also one where like looking backwards. I kind of want one of those at some point. There's one where he's doing a salute in different ways, where he's like trying to scare. There's a snapping animation too. There's so many sprites to work on. Now the one that Taz mentioned, a cat Tenna. I'm going off of just sprites that are in the game at the moment. If I start doing customized ones, this is going to get ridiculous. But yeah, there is one where he just, like, sprays Spamton with a fire extinguisher. Which looks really silly. But this one would probably need a lot of, like, modifying to squish around, because there's, like, only one sprite. I could, like, get the antennas to move around a bit. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah, the first one spraying Spamton. I'm just gonna show off a couple other examples just to see if like others might be interested. There's also one where he's supposed to like jump up from a position and then attack with a clap. There's even like a little animation here for the clap, which looks kind of neat. Let's see. There's one with his mouth. Why is his mouth open on this one? Use that one against chat. I'll be like, hold on. Can I leave? No, get back here. Jump, slap, and then I'll slap everybody. Instead, slap my head instead. Oh, I'm gone. Uh-oh. I have moved too many windows and it decided to close everything. Thank you, Windows, for doing exactly what you're told. Desktop reveal. Let's see, Rando says Tenna is the one where he threatens to fire his employees. Oh, that face! Yeah, that's another one that I might be thinking on. I didn't even think of that as, like, a cat. I just think it was like I'm evil now. I'm going to be very evil and demonic, and that was like the whole idea with this fate. Oh, actually, now that I'm looking at it, his hands have kind of turned into claws. Oh. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's just more demonic now. Either way, that one's also kind of funny. Tenna just said, "Be gone." Yeah, it worked too. Your playlist is. Oh shoot! Yeah. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I think I moved my window a little too much, and it Windows is like, oh, you want to remove all windows? Well, not remove all windows, but just hide everything. So let's see. So far, main ones have been like the fire extinguisher sprites, where you spray Spamton. Which actually, can I pull up Spamton? Can I like click on the Spamton that is here? No, not as easily. Let's see. Where? Oh, good grief. Where do I have? My OBS is such a mess. Oh, there it is. Spams it. There we go. Marston's here says hello. Hey Marston's, welcome in. We're trying to figure out what kind of sprites to work on at the moment. I'm kind of thinking I'm working on the one where he sprays Spampton, which would be kind of funny. Damn it, now I'm fourth. Just chat more. That's gotta get top 3 with 3 messages. Oh, because the leaderboard is broken. It is actually stupid and ridiculous. Yeah, I really do not get. No, I'm red. I think it's like whenever you first join, you get a bit more XP or something like that. I am assuming. I don't know why. So anyways, there's that one, which might actually be kind of funny to do, or let's see, the cat Tenna, the one where he's just really angry. Let's see. Can I find it from here, or is it somewhere else? Somewhere else. Where is it? There's one where he looks shocked, but kind of like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, kind of shocked. Oh, it's somewhere. Where? Shoot, where is it? This is why you have a way to find. There it is. There's the other option. Super chat to get past 75 XP. Oh yeah, if you pay money to me, like send money to me, you get like a bazillion XP or something like that. So pay to win. Although I don't know what you win though. You get on the leaderboard, but then that's kind of it. I don't really get what you get from the leaderboard. Now, if you could like redeem XP for like funny emotes that you could spam on stream, that would be really cool. But there's not currently a feature for that. I'm actually not sure why they don't have that. That actually sounds really cool. Like, wait, when they introduced the... excuse me. When they introduced the leaderboard mechanic, I thought they would actually have a way to redeem XP for something. But no. But no, they just kind of don't. Okay, I was just checking a message that I just got. It's like, I love long Tenna. Long Tenna? What's long Tenna? Can Tenna be long? Well, technically, I could, like, stretch him out if need be. Although, it's funny that you mentioned long. Because I can be long whenever I want. I could just go long. Specifically, that sprite. I mean, let's see. Potentially, I could. I do have a feature where I can like detach Tenna from like an origin point and then just kind of move him around, like a little ragdoll. Whoop. It's even funnier whenever I like have my mouse off screen. Whoop. And then he returns. Whoa. Whoa. He's very shocked. Whoop. Whoop. It looks just silly in general. Okay, come back here. All right. Whoop. Whoop. Kevin says, or have EXP to allow you to affect the stream. I would love that. I would love that feature. For some reason they don't add it in. I really don't know why. It sounds like a really cool feature. Like, I think Twitch has a way how you can, or like some kind of an overlay that you can redeem bits for stuff, or no, I think like some imaginary points depending on how much you're chatting. And like you can do either some effects or some polls or play some emotes or something like that. That would be a lot more interesting to do, but no, it's just XP for a leaderboard. That means absolutely nothing. Like, I really don't... The only benefit that I get from the leaderboard is just, like, a list of people who's, like, chatted, and that's kind of it. Which, that's still kind of useful, but, yeah, gosh, there's a lot of people on that. Let's see. Okay, for the moment, I'm gonna pull up. Can I start a? How do I start? Yeah, here we go. Start a poll. Let's see. Which pose to work on? Spray or... I'm gonna call it... I'm gonna call it angry. Or, I want other... I'll put other on here in case, like, other people... Alright. For next couple minutes, I've got, the heck? It was something, for the moment, got a pose questionnaire. I'm not angry. He's angry. I'll let this run for like a couple minutes just to get like an idea of what people might be looking for. I'll definitely work on like other poses eventually. Just working on one at a time because there's like dozens of different poses. It's ridiculous. So far, the spray one is in the lead at the moment, with 3 votes as opposed to angry with 2 votes. So can I? I'll let it go on for like another one more minute maybe. Looks like we'll be starting to work on the spray one soon. There's only 5 votes from 7 viewers. Yeah, but surely the other people. Nah, it's fine. Fine. All right, fine. We'll end the poll. We'll work on the spray one for now. Wait, what? Yeah. We'll work on the angry cat one eventually. We're gonna just try to work on the spray avatar for now. Do people decide like in a red and blue button meme, like full sweating? Well, that's what the other option is for. But I was like, I don't know why I had so many options. I was even not sure if I wanted. Anyways, Tenna, get out of here. And now he's over there. Right, so to start out... Also, good grief, I never noticed how, like flexible the mouth is on that one. Whoa! Looks kind of silly. So, looking at the spray... What? Did you put your finger up Tenna's butt? No, that wasn't intended. It wasn't intended. Gonna hide the dump truck. Goddamn. It just looks stupid. All right, let me pull up my editing my photo editor. I don't know why I can't speak English. To be fair, English is stupid. I don't like English, and I've learned it my whole life. So whenever I'm making any of these poses, I try to see if I can get them all into different layers first. That way I can have like some more fun and exciting modifications to it. And where is it? Here it is, spray. So this is what we are working with. Oh shoot! Shrink. There we go. This is what we're working with. I'm going to get this saved. Sprites for model and spray folder. So any images that I work on will be on here, basically. Man, my English abilities are removing itself. That's unfortunate. Don't worry, my friend. I don't speak English too well. I pretend to do the language. Orb says, I learned English when I didn't even know how to spell a Russian word. That's funny. Let's see. I want... I want the actual like spray bottle thing to be on its own layer, I think. And like that way whenever I do anything with it, I can have it kind of stretch up and down. I want the antennas to be on their own as well. Might as well. I've been thinking on doing that. Do I want the this arm on its own layer? I like this arm to be on the main layer anyway. I think I'll just have the this arm and the spray bottle as its own layer, and the antennas as its own layer. That's my plan at the moment. Orb says if you hear me talk English, you wouldn't even know I was Russian if I didn't tell you. That's funny. I think I've seen like some cases of people that are able to speak English really well despite not being American or British for that matter. If you guys heard me speak English, I would suck. Well, what if you could just get better? Just get better. Okay, I want the antennas on their own layer. I want to work on that first. Let's see. Hide that. Oh, no. Turn off anti-aliasing. No. Turn off that. There we go. Making sure that that's on its own layer. Tenna's gone. He's been erased. So let's see. Now that I have that on its own layer, find you and can I get that? No. All right, for this one, we'll just delete the antenna here off of this sprite, and then go zoom into this part. What is this? Oh, it's on airbrush. There we go. And just fill in the rest. He's bald. Bald. It's bald Tenna. Well, now he's not. Now he doesn't. Now he is antenna. And singular Tenna? Right, next step is actually dark checker background. Next step is to get his arm out. So this shouldn't be too difficult. We can just scrape around here. Keep getting rid of the wrong pixels. There we go. So that's on its own layer. I'll work on that in a bit. Tenna's bald. Possible TF2 reference. It's possible SpongeBob reference is what it is. Let's see. Scan that. Go to here. So now that's on its own layer. But I do want to extend this out a little bit, just to give it a bit more room whenever I'm working with it. It doesn't have to look quite right, it just needs to kind of extend out a little bit. So now if I like move the body at all, then there's at least something for it to be behind. I'd actually finish that up. There we go. Half-Life 2, half of TF2 mercs are bald. Why is that a specific TF2 reference? That's a SpongeBob reference, though. Bald, bald, bald. So we got that set up. I just had a stupid idea of like making his cape also kind of flow, but it sounds like kind of a lot. And just want to focus on the spray bottle at the moment. Let's delete that and... actually, I'm going to work on removing the spray bottle here, just so I can have his hand. I wonder how they made this. He just gave him a spray bottle. I know he's like a whole 3D model set up. But I just wonder what made them go through doing all of this. Like, oh yeah, let's give him a little spray bottle and spray Spamton. That would be kind of funny. So yeah, the fans would really like that. Yep. Here we go. This enormous cake, it's making me jealous. Why are you jealous? You can't censor this. Oop. Oop. Okay, no. This is not a good position for Tenna to be in. Okay, so now that I have the hand kind of on its own layer, does that look okay? Almost. He's bald. He is very bald. We'll just do that. So, highlight. Erase the hand, and now we're going to work on the spray bottle and finish that up. Monkey fish. What's this monkey fish? There we go. I think that's on a layer enough. Tess says, have you seen the Fraud Hotfix 2? I have seen that. I kind of want to check it out because of like the new Knuckle Blaster features, but I've seen a lot of other stuff that they've done for it, and it looks really, really good. Like, I want to test Knuckle Blaster. This is probably going to be a thing I'll do on my own time, though. Knuckle Blaster with, let's see, Alt Shotgun. Where it, like, you can actually launch the Alt Shotgun attack a lot easier. I want to see if I can mess around with that, because if I can figure out how to do it right, then I probably wouldn't need to... Let's see. I wouldn't need to, like, swap over to the main shotgun in order to actually fire stuff, or fire the explosive at range. Could use the Knuckle Blaster if I time it right. But yeah, I'm really like the changes. That's what I'll say about it. I really like the changes they did. Let's see. So I got all the layers set up. Now I just have to export everything. Spray body. Get that one. Spray arm. And I'll just call this spray bottle. Spray bottle. Also, I would like to point out, I have thought about, like, actually making it functional. Like, you can have, like some foam that could come out. The issue with that is that's going to take, like, a lot of sprite work at the moment, of which I just do not have time for. Also, there isn't a feature where you can just, like, emit a particle and have it stay there for a bit. If it did, that'd be a lot better. But it doesn't. So I don't know if I can actually get the spray function to work, but I could at least get it in and have it ready whenever I figure some way out to do that. So, which one of these do I want to bind it to? I can always change it. I'll go for, is it this one? No, this one. I'll do this one right now. So that's highlighted, got that ready. They also changed the position of the Schism 1 into 1, and I just know they did it because of that one YouTuber recommended it like a month ago. I can see it. I don't know what YouTuber recommended it, but I do know, like, yeah, there have been cases of devs just taking random suggestions like, oh, yeah, that actually would be kind of good to add in. Why didn't I think of that, said the dev. And then they do that. And then the YouTuber's like, oh my gosh, they added my feature in. I'm a god because they've added my feature in. It mostly because it was actually a pretty good idea and a good suggestion. Oh yeah, Knuckle Blaster, better, because it has more functionality. Like it. I'm always for excuses, or new excuses to use the Knuckle Blaster. Let's see. I don't know if I'll actually need the face swap sprites stuff, because this one doesn't have any different face sprites, so I don't think I need that. Let's see. Ooh, where do I want to put this? Might end up putting it over here. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to, like, put it, like, really far on this side. There we go. And that's where I'll be storing this. Take these two relays up here. Add you guys to here. That way you get all the information that you need. Moving some piping down here just to make more room. There we go. Use the function that you created for the roaring knife for the fade out action. That could work. The problem is with how the program works at the moment. It's like I have to make I have to use like the foam sprites, but like I could look at my options. Like the best way that I want to do it is that I can just leave like foam everywhere. But the only way to do that at the moment is if I have, like, let's say 10 different sprites, and then say, like, which one gets placed where, which, for the most part, actually could work. Actually, that might be fine. I can just leave, like, little sprites all over the place. That could work. You know, I'm gonna do that. There are some issues. I don't feel like going into the issues because they're like way too technical and I have way too high standards. So I'll see if I can add that feature in, and in the future I'll change it up. Okay, while I'm importing everything, the problem that I had with the Roaring Knight model, it still works. Like, it definitely works for what I did, and it does do really well. A problem I found is that whenever it resets itself, it ends up forcing the topmost layer to be rendered over everything, which doesn't sound too bad until you look at how the model looks. And because the top model renders over all the bottom models, it just kind of overlays everything. Where I just want like a model to not overlay everything, and it just looks like there's a black sprite here and there, and it's not like a smooth function. Everything else about it works just fine. It's just, in order to make it work any better, I have to like somehow edit where the layers are going, or like what's rendered at what time, and that's not currently a feature, so I can't like work on it. But for this like spray thing, I think it would just work fine, because it's just like a gag that comes up for a little bit, and like I said, I could just probably make like 10 different sprites for it to work off of, and then do that. So here's the stupid spray bottle dude. But alongside being paid, let's see. Dean, no, that won't work. I can't do that. Gears turn. Well, I could. That'd be a pain. That'd be totally cool, so I'll do it. I've seen Dean through the cycle several times already, and that's how Earth Mover base in the Satisfactory was born. Yeah. Like, no joke, the idea of making the biofuel or the biofuel as like the main power source, I didn't think of that. I got a brother, and me and my brother were just walking around a bit, and I was talking about the project, and he was like, what if you did that? And I'm like, shoot, you're right. No, I hate that you're right. No, now I have to do it. Wait, well, you don't have to. No, it's thematically correct. I have to do it. So when I mentioned like with the spray one, I'm like, okay, it's not gonna look as correct as I want it to be, but I have to kind of accept that I'm gonna have to take some hits to what it could look like, because frankly, there's just features that aren't in the program yet that could make it better. But I just frankly need to accept that I could just make it now and then work on it later. That's kind of also like an idea that I always try to do for projects, where I'm like, okay, I just need to make it first and then like fix it up later. Dean is doing War Without Reason and Satisfactory. No, I'm doing it for a reason. It's so that I can make War Without Reason. Let's see, I'm looking for, where is... Oh yeah, something else I've done. I've getting sprites. Sprites of what everything looks like, not to actually use any of them, but to just have it here. So I need to go back to the origin over here, this guy. Move all those over. Hide the rest, and I'm gonna bring you over here. Can I like... Hold on, I'm gonna move this kind of back to over here just so I can get to it easier. Place that there. And name is Spray. There we go. The Tess says, college forced me into to move a lot of stuff up and down because the dorms are getting repaired, and now my legs are sore as heck. But I got like $12 an hour for or two for work, so I guess that's worth it. Alongside being paid, I got a teacher plus respect me, and also was after only 2 hours of work instead of 6 hours of lessons. I feel like it's a fair trade. Okay, hide that. So, going to all of the antenna part, or all the spray bottles. Pixelate them so that that's correct. Ooh, origin point, where are you? Origin point's way up there, that's not quite right. So I need to orientate where I want these. Could work. And make them just a wee bit bigger. There we go. Oh yeah, this origin point in the thing is also what I do to like move all the characters. So all the sprites are linked to the... Let's see. All the sprites are linked to that center point there, and they have all their modifiers based on that. So we have the body new attachment attached to origin point. Now he kind of stretches and moves around with that. That's good. We'll just have an extra point, or an anchor point off of that. And say pin off of you, just for consistency's sake. No, not now. It's not that intense. Next is to get the antenna and spray and arm attached. So antenna attachment, attached to layer. Where are you? Kid making OST names Fire. Oh my god, I'm finally second place. I'm finally second place, not sixth. Oh gosh. You know what? Before I got here and started working on the project, I was listening to the shoot. The song that plays whenever you go into space. I forgot what the actual name of it was. But I was just listening to it while I was walking around outside, and I was like, my gosh, this thing is amazing. I'm thinking of so many ideas during it that could like fit in. Whoa, that's so cool. My brain is going crazy. And then I have to remind myself that this, as cool as it is, there's definitely more to come. I'm hoping. There's a lot of End Horizon. Yeah, that's what it was called, End Horizon. I really love that song. It was so good. I'm very curious though what if anything is going to top it. Which, like, I thought like the violence songs were really good, and they are really, really good. And then Fraud comes out, and everything's just like way better. The music's way better. The gameplay's way better. I'm like, what? How much further can Akita go with this? This is ridiculous. Like, I frankly don't know what they can do to top Fraud. I'm resetting myself really quick. I'm assuming that Treachery, the final layer of Ultra Kill, is just going to be kind of generally okay, or it won't be too crazy, I guess. Oh my gosh, it's Mr. John Tenna. Oh yes, it is. Welcome Xander. We're working on the spray avatar at the moment. I got all the layers sprayed up, and I got the attachments ready. I'm getting ready to actually modify some more parts of them. Let's see. First off, we get state number 33, which will be spray. I have to remember I have caps lock on spray. Then I gotta go get it. Correction, Event Horizon and Reach for the Sun and Burn. Yeah, that's the song name. But yeah, I'm frankly curious to see what what treachery will be like. I'm assuming, like I said, it's just going to. I am speaking way too much and stuttering. I'm sorry. It's just going to be a lore layer, not too much gameplay wise, but just like, okay, finally you reached the end of hell. Congratulations. Here's your reward, some lore. You like lore, don't you? And then that's like the last little bit. I don't know what would they do as like a final hurrah though. I'm not sure what they would do for that. Correction, V2, event horizon and reach for the sun and burn, burn, burn. And burn, burn, burn. Alright, so now I have it set up to where... Oh yeah, I gotta hide these. Okay, he at least pops up now. That's good. Need to add a couple dynamics. No, not shade. Scale. There we go. I love this little bonus track. Connect those in, and we'll have the effectiveness of the stretch and move. Ooh, but he kind of tilts over in that direction. That's not exactly what I want. It's probably just because of how it's made. Can I reduce the amount of X modify? No, he keeps stretching off in that direction anyway. It's because it's not centered. Can I make it center? I don't know, can you? So let's see, if I move the pin here, move it over here. Is that a rat spray? Let's see, if I move the pin, like, wait. Does it actually go off of the pin or does it just not? It doesn't want to. Check. It kind of does, at least. Oh wait, what if I had the scale off of the pins now? All right, there we go. Now it actually looks correct because I'm actually scaling it correctly. There's no way Treacher will be a letdown in any way. Hikita won't let down his own standards. Maybe, probably, won't be fraud quirks like portals and such. But the music, lore, and gameplay will be good. It'll be amazing. I have no doubt that it will, in fact, be amazing. I am a little worried about, I guess, how amazing it'll be, I guess. Like, conceptually wise, I don't know how you can top the gameplay of Fraud. Oh, although, this is going to be like a final layer, and there's just going to be like one level, or one main level, and then one boss level. Either way, I'm very interested to see what happens. All right, how does the transition look here? So that's still there. Whoop. 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 If I hide you. This stretching is so weird. Okay, what if I modify the Y over here so it smooths out just a little bit over 0.2 seconds? 0.3. Oh, that's better. I like that. Tessa, yeah. Oh, sorry, I was already read that. Tessa's also Violence is still favorite OST, favorite layer OST wise. Wrath is a roller coaster. 5-1, 5-3 peak, and then there's 5-2, 5-4, which are decent. Plus, also quite solid OST, but 2-4. Yeah, 2-4 is kind of meh. But I still feel like Violence is, or like the Violence layer itself is like the best layer in general. I love it. Love it a lot. Also, if you listen to all of the music, or all of the Violence music on the OST, they actually like transition into each other really, really well. Like, World is Red transitions into World is White goes into World is Red. Suffering Leaves transfers into Dense Macabre really good. The Robot Stream of Eternal Sleep goes into the shoot. Here, the Siren Calls of Death, or whatever it was. All of the music just like morphs into each other so well in Violence layer. The other layers kind of, they don't really do it as well as Violence does. Let's see. So I got that set up, so now the antenna is kind of flip. Not yet. Smooth that out just to see. Whoop. His antennas look really weird. Alright, so at least that works. We'll set that to like 2 seconds or something. Looks so odd. Xander says, I have a little theory that it's, let's see. Xander says, little theory, it's that we could fight Hell itself or something like that, not as the final boss, but as the final boss of the Encore levels. Gotta make it a tier list stream now. OST stream. Alright, you have a good time on the OST stream. I could see us fighting Hell or like something akin to Hell. Or I don't know if we'll fight Hell like at the end of the Encores. Because I guess we don't really know what the lore of the Encores are. Not to say that we can't like guess what it could be, but we can always keep guessing. See, I got that? Yeah, I already got that. I just don't exactly see how we can fight Hell itself, because it's like an all-powerful entity. We could, like, use it up, I guess. Like, if it wants to keep sending us in an infinite loop of entertainment for its own pleasure, then what if we just, like, make it run out of stuff to throw at us? And Hell is supposed to be, like... Or Fraud is, like, the... last attempts at like, fine, you want to get this far? Let's see how far you could go with this. Random bullshit, go! And then that's Fraud. Xander says, no, like, you should make that. Like, antennas should be, oh, like I should? Not really. Not because I don't want to do it, but because I just frankly, making tier lists doesn't really interest me unless I want to actually prove a point, I guess. Like, I did do a tier list video on, like, some items and suits from a game called Picayune Dreams, which, that was kind of fun, but I only really made the tier list thing because that was the best way for me to talk about it. If I wanted to talk about and gush about, like, the OSTs in general, then I probably would do that, but I don't really feel like gushing about the OSTs all that much. Right, so we got to a point where I want to add in add in a scale mod here for the spray bottle. I'm gonna see if I can add in a toggle to make it like start acting up as if like I activate it. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. There's a shaker mod. Let's see, what does this look like? So if I pull up a construct and just have those two. Oh, you are just like not there, okay. You see like kind of behind him for some reason. Oh, I need to pin it, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, the reason is because it scales from like 0 onward. Okay, I need to give it a equation here. So actually, I'll have two separate equations. One for the y value, one for the x value. Be like different modifiers, pretty much. Let's see. Tess says, also, 5-1 Deep Blue is amazing, but you can only hear it while doing the challenge or searching for a secret exit, which sounds like what the sound is muffled. Oh yeah, the muffled sounds really good. That's also why I turned it off. YouTube, wake up and read my messages. Oh yeah, for some reason YouTube was kind of delayed on that. I saw them. I was just distracted by stuff that I wanted to do. Or I was like, we're working on this. Let's see, A+1 for the time being. A-1? Well, that looks funky. Look at how funky that is. Also, another thing you can do to hear Deep Blue is you can just turn off the muffled sounds in the settings. Like, that's just an option you can do. This looks so silly. No, it just straight up deleted one of my messages with an error saying the service is unavailable. That's weird. That's very weird. YouTube's weird. That's all I know. Tess says, remember Encore theory? The layers are in... that encores are layers in reverse. Like Frozen is in treachery, like Frozen prelude, hot prelude, hot treachery. And if Lucifer is frozen in treachery, that could be interesting to like give a reason for why. Oh geez. Hold on. I want to see if I can move the spray bottle a little bit. About here. Funky Monkey sent me Murky Donkey. That's how Donkey Kong was born. What? I got that message. That's weird. Oh. Come back. Come back? There we go. So this is at least to like have it be active. Okay, I'm trying to think about this. I need to figure out where the foam models are. Is it just as simple as me looking for foam? Well, I got Spamton covered in foam. That's an option, but that's not what I want. Actually, what sprite is used for that? Let's see, video, Deltarune footage, chapter 3. Where is... I have footage for, like, almost everything. Let's see. Crash out, intro, mantle... Bonus room. Here we go. What the heck is that thing? Some kind of rat? Some kind of creature? Okay, here we go. I just use these little circles? Oh gosh. Yeah, that's like way too many. That's like way too many sprites to do for just that. It's the best chapter 3 scene. It's very funny. One option I could do is like have it as its own GIF, but if I move it around, it's not gonna look really good. Like I just need something to like emit particles like this. Some kind of cancerous rodent, some kind of creature of steel. Let's see, how can I get this? So if it's just like a circle sprite, like the whole point is that foam is being sprayed. I'm not going to be able to make anything like that, because the program doesn't have a way to like just emit sprites, or is there? And I don't know where. I mean, at the very least, I could just have it as like a little clown horn, because there's also that one scene where he like uses it as a clown horn, where he goes honk honk, which that's kind of funny. But I do want there to be a way to do the spray foam stuff. What if I just for now? Where do I have it at? One sec. Go back to Spampton. G Spampton foam. Boom. Who's the mannequin-looking thing endlessly spinning around, and what did they do to deserve the punishment of eternal rotation? Oh, Cell? Yeah, they're just there sleeping. They've been there for, like, ever. I think they're pronounced Cell. I actually went on the PQ and Dreams Discord in order to ask about that, and then I think the widely accepted answer for the name is Sill, and then I'm like, bro, Sill is so lame. I'm gonna use Cell. No one from the PQ and Dreams community has called me out on it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. One option I could do, I could have like... I could have like 10 different versions of this sprite, remove the glasses, and just like have 10 of them, 10 or 20 maybe, get admitted. Oh, the Roaring Knight is back in chat. Hello, Roaring Knight. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Hi. Ice cream, taste of freedom, taste of banana, or whatever pink ice cream flavor is. No, it doesn't want to show me the different images. Anyways, welcome in, Roaring Knight. We're trying to figure out what to do for the little this little spray animation, because I can't like put all the circles on there. I'm thinking on just using like the weird foam sprite that Spampton gets hit with, and then have like a little bit of it. Spray the chat. I have to spray for pesticides. Let's try that out. Let's try that out just to see what that looks like. It's not going to look exactly right, but I want to see what I can do with it. So we'll pull up our editing software. We'll need to find... Let's see. Find foam. Have that on its own area. Dark checkered background. Save. Go to... Sprites, Delta Root. No, not there. Spray. Here it is. Foam Sprite. Spray into a portal and make chat get hit with the foam. That'd be funny. Or, ooh, oh, I just kind of thought about something. So the issue is, the foam isn't going to be on the right layer. Because it's just frankly not going to be on the right layer. Can I have it on? No, but, oh. Layer? No, like, if I wanted to spray chat as an example with this thing, it's not going to be on the right layer. No, wait, what am I saying? I am on the right layer, right? Because I can just, yeah, I can go on top of chat. Okay, so yeah, I can do that. I'm like, that's not right. Oh wait, I'm thinking wrong. It's right. So I could like put them on you guys. That would be kind of funny. I'm just trying to think on how I can like spray it everywhere. I've thought about. I had a thought where I can have it as its own like. Ooh, like its own thing, and then have different sprays of that. Okay, I need to actually make this sprite before I actually think about that. So how do we want to do this? Very simple. We just look at it really closely, look right into its eyes, and get rid of the eyes. We're gonna get rid of Spamton. Spamton is no more. Spamton dies. He's just way too covered in foam. Maybe also shrink this down. Like that. Get out of here, rodents. It's just some weird goop. Spamthung after foam grave. That's a funny idea. I want to see if I can have like different foams, like just a couple different foam types. So let's see. We're gonna get this rodent out of here. I don't know what this rodent is doing here. He's in my ice cream. Who gave me ice cream with this rodent? It's from Ratatouille. There we go, a little pancake. Get one more. Let's go, Spamton dies. Dean broke his neck and made a foam spray. I remember from earlier, like a conversation of like, man, I don't know if I can do it. And like, here I am doing it because I know it's not going to look right, but I want to see how wrong I can make it. That's kind of what I'm more interested in at the moment. So we got a big foam, we got a flat foam or semi-flat, and then we got a flat foam. So we got 3 different foam sprites to work with. Let's see. Foam 1. I'm gonna save it, yeah. Foam 2. And foam 3. So when I was working on I was kind of working on the avatar a bit. Okay, this is like on an unrelated project, but not really unrelated. Anyways, does that show up? No, it doesn't want to show up. That's because I have that, right? There we go. Right? Oh, yeah, that doesn't show up. Yeah, get out of here. I was working on trying to see if I can figure out a way to get like a battle pose, like this pose in specifically, and I've been having difficulties with it, and I wanted to have it on its own project file so that I can call upon it. That's something else I'll go over another time. But I have added in like some features here, basically to like keep track of like what comes out of the program. So like. Maybe not the exact position. Does this have the? Oh yeah, this one has the position that he's in. So I can probably use that to some extent. The non-necessary anarchy. I could also just have an output of this, of like where the foam is, and then have it be sprayed on somewhere else. The whole point of doing this is just so that I can have like a different, like an entirely different project file to work on the spray function, so I don't have so much clogging up the main profile. Let's see. Let's go back. Oh shoot. Let's go back to the P2 stream went. JK, don't go. I did that already, technically. That was pain. I do not want to do that again. Like, that was just frankly pain. Hold on one moment. I'm just adding in a quick toggle. So input signal, check for alt and this button, alt and F15. If both are true, there we go. If both are true, come on, there we go. No. Or no. Oh shoot. No, and. I need an and. What am I doing? There we go. Both of those are true. That'll trigger. And I need a toggle. Yeah. I'll work on the rest of it in a moment. I'm just making sure that this has a toggle on. So add a latch. Trigger that. And set value, if not true, to just 1. There we go. So now I can toggle the jitteriness on and off. For now. And I'll change that later. So, what do I want? I want to be able to spray some stuff. So, I need a trigger that will at least, like, notify when I'm actually triggering it. So something similar to this, where Alt and instead of F15 we go F16. Make sure that's ready. So this is supposed to basically trigger that and get it to work. For it to actually work, we need to move it around a bit. So since I'm going to try to be pressing this button combination. Oh, and I also need to make sure that the relay is also connected. Yeah. So while this is true, and those two are true, then it'll actually trigger an output. So, like that. Can't believe you're still streaming. I thought you ended a long time ago. I was AFK since or no, I stream for like at least 3 hours. It depends on the day, definitely, but most of the time it's like I usually stream for like 3 to 5 hours. Again, depending on the day. Alright, now for the fun part. We're going to send a signal out. How do we get a signal out of a project and into another one? Well, it's going to require a bit of finagling. So all I did here was just attach a relay, which basically just whatever signal comes to the relay gets sent. We're going to send it way over here, because this is where I actually have my my object output feature. It is a very special node that, let me see if I can make sure I name this so I know what it does. Spray bottle toggle. Make sure I save that. So whenever I press this button, the alt and button combo, then it triggers that. What we're going to try to do is get that output and then detect that in a different project. Tess says, yesterday I literally hopped onto Ultrakill, got onto P2, did Sisyphus Arena without dying, tried to beat the Panopticon with the some crazy air-to-air missile. Send an air missile flip type moment. Healing Sisyphus getting out animation. Hold on. Spray bottle toggle and it is a Boolean type, so it will output here. Save. So then that'll update over here. Right? Let's see. Update all of you guys to make sure that you're on the latest version. Yeah, there we go. Spray bottle toggle. I remember when I first started this project, I tried to have like as many different project files as possible in order to make it easier to work with. Let's see, spray bottle toggle. But I ended up going for a more condensed style just to see how well that would go. And I'm like, man, the more I'm getting into this, the more complicated it's getting. So now I'm trying to see how I can simplify this anymore. So I save that. Inputs, we're going to create a node slot, spray bottle toggle. Usage is as a Boolean. So now, if I get it, this is just for so I can make sure that I use it correctly here. Both of those are triggered. Use the AND symbol. I won't connect it for the moment. So it'll input. And just to make sure that that I'm actually doing it correctly, we'll have a toggle output and also have that as a Boolean. So it'll directly go out. So whatever signal goes through the project will come out of it. So we'll save that, go to the main avatar, find the new, good grief, find the new spray, where to have it? Spray toggle, have that as its own layer. Spray toggle, we got that one. So, if I got this working, I should be able to press Alt and then the button. And, oh yeah, I gotta have a thing here that'll show if it gets triggered or not. Put U on here. So, toggle? No, you don't want to work Y. Oh, because it needs to be on... it needs to be on this one, yeah. So now it should work. There we go, it's flashing. So, idea is while I'm using this, then the spray toggle will activate. And then it'll have like its own layer of doing stuff on here, independent of the Tenna guy. So that's gonna be a project. That says if I survived a second longer, could have possibly beaten Sisyphus P2. only two Undertale yellow areas I played while not being on Geno is the Desert Complex, and because of the funny dancing fish monster that was sad, I didn't dance with him. I didn't dance with the fish monster either. Like, killed him. Anyways, so I at least got the toggle working, so now whenever I'm on here, or on this background, I can press the toggle and it actually works. Whatever I do here, it'll actually register. For now, I'm just plugging this together, which will allow me to just test it in here. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? Well, best way that we could do it is if we have, like... If we have a way to create sprites, like constantly make them and have them fade over time, which wouldn't be too problematic. Except for, there isn't a feature in the Vidotsu program right now where you can just, like, create a sprite, throw it out into the void, and then just wait for it to dissolve and get rid of itself. If that were the case, things would be a lot easier, but it's not. Because now, I have to actually manually add in, like, tons of different sprites. Let's see, model, spray. So, like, even if I add in, like, all these foams, I'm gonna have to... kind of like... I'm pretty much gonna make the same thing that I did for the Rory Knight avatar, except this time I'm just gonna have, like, tons of the same copies. Okay, how do I want to do this? I don't know, but I'm just gonna duplicate these. So that's 6, 12, 24. I have 24 different foams to choose and to pick from. So I'm just gonna have like 24 of these just lying around. Ideally, they'll just fade out over time. This is gonna be a really complex project. Yikes. I knew it was gonna be a pain in the ass when I got into it, but it'll be interesting. Oh, wait, I got a better way to at least get this divvied out correctly. I'm gonna have a fade function for all of those. Do I want, never mind. I mean, it would work, but it wouldn't. Well, it would, but wouldn't. What am I doing? I try to have, like, different fades and then have them all coded correctly and then duplicate everything, but that doesn't work as well as I want it to. Let's see. At the moment, I'm thinking on, like, having a delay set for each and every sprite, which that's going to be kind of difficult. I would like to have a way to mathematically have different... Ooh, wait, can I... Okay, I've been trying to figure out if I can develop something like this, where I have a counter that counts upwards, or like... No, maybe... Ooh, okay, maybe I could have it so I have a clock going, and then it starts... Or each of these foams get created, and then has, like, a lifetime that they just last in for a while. Okay, I'm just gonna start with this one foam here for the moment. See what I can do with it. Oh yeah, I need information on where everything's at, don't I? Okay, one moment. I'm gonna do a bit of condensing here. Delete usage for Boolean. Do I want different? Oh, geez, how am I gonna do this? Cause it's just gonna be annoying either way I do it. Yeah. What I was going to do was see if I could like condense a lot of information down to one line, which I could do, but I think that might cause issues if I'm not careful. So I'm just gonna have, let's see, spray origin. That's how you spell it. How do you spell? I know I have a thing that's called origin point. What do I call it? Okay. I'm gonna put an origin point in here in case I need it. Spray origin. That's going to be a point value. Oh, how can I... how do I know what direction that the spray bottle is moving? Because I move them around and then I can flip them around too. How can I say which direction it's pointing? Oh, wait, okay. I can check the x-axis. If it is on the positive, if it's on like the positive side going towards the left, then I make it spray towards the left, and it's negative, then it goes towards the right. Is that a thing I can do? Test says Cyberground players see Mirror Reaper getting heavily nerfed in CG. Yay. I don't play Cybergrind, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna have different point values here. One where... Okay, what can I... I'm sorry, I'm just like really thinking about how I can really do this. Because, origin. Spelled it right, good grief. There we go. Point out. Connect those. I'm actually actively trying to think on ways how I can implement this, and there's a lot of ideas going through my head on how it's possible. So I'm just trying different things to see what can happen. Let's see. Bring out the spray bottle here. Something that I have done. Let me get a dupe origin point. Spray origin. If I spell it right. I did, but spray origin. Move you down to the spray bottle. Above here. I'm gonna move you to about here. This is where the spray is gonna actually come from. Oh, jeez, why is he going like back and forth so much? He was not doing this before. He was not doing this before. He's just really in it. Okay. Oh, I think it's because it's no. Okay. Get rid of. Oh, because it doubled all of the movements. That's what's going on. Check. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm trying to have this as like its own thing. So get rid of the pins. We're going to add in a attachment and attach you to... Can I attach... Oh wait, can I actually check for where... Wait, what? Oh wait, did everything double in terms of like what everything's connected to? Is that what happened? Oh no, everything's connected to spray origin. No, never mind. That's what happened. No, get out. Get out of here, duplicate. Oh. He's feeling a little gloopy right now. Add in a new one. This new one has no connection to anything. So, spray origin. The whole point of this point here is simply just to have like a frame of reference of where things are at. Okay, move to there, unhide, so I can move this without issue. Okay. Right, attach to bottle. Spray bottle. Okay, so now it's moving with it. That's good. So at least it'll like have that as its origin points. Hide that. Can I... Oh yeah, I can just tint it here, can't I? I just want to make it a little color different. Little blue dots. There we go. So I know that that's where it's coming from. Imagine there's someone in chat and it says something too strange. You spray the chat foam with something, well, to time out someone and their clean messages disappear and the foam cleans the chat clean. That's actually a really funny idea. I'll be like, wow, this chat is really dirty. Spray, 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 spray. There we go. All clean. That'd be very silly. Okay, problem right now. How do I get information on where the position of this guy is? Because at the moment, I don't actually know where it's at. There is a function here where you can add in a point output, but this doesn't actually give you the position that it's at. Like, it doesn't update it. Also, now it's just missing. Whatever. If I pull it down here, all this origin point thing does is just output like a 0, 0 for some reason. I was like, and I don't know why he's gone. Why are you gone? You shouldn't be gone. What, you unhide yourself when I'm telling you to hide? That's ridiculous. That actually is weird. Why is it hiding itself when I'm telling it to hide? Oh, never mind. I'm going to assume that this is just kind of not there. Whatever. It's there. It definitely is. I know it is. I think I might need to reload the thing at some point. My legs, another SpongeBob reference. Actually, my legs are killing me. You should get better. Anyway, point is, I don't have a way to get his exact coordinates. So I'm gonna have to basically make up where he's at, where this is at. So how can I make up where exactly this dude is at? I can go off of like about where things are at, because I do know like the point of origin that he is at, -80, -33 and whatnot. But the moment that I start moving him around, it's not going to be quite right. Then I also have to think about like different angles or like different angles of where the spray is at, and I want to have that modified as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna think about it for a bit. So I can get positional data in terms of like I can get the mouse, and then I can get like the mouse position. I can do that. Let's see. We get the mouse position, which should be here. Yeah, 0, 0. This is the origin point. Then as soon as I detach him, he can start moving around. So I'm going to add a relay, and that way I can check on this. Move him all the way down here to the work area. This whole project is getting massive. So he's in the work area. We're going to... Let's see, add a point value. Ideally, we're just going to add in -80, -33, and then add those two together. Can I just add these together and nothing happen? Nothing bad happen? Yeah, pretty much. So if I detach, then they actually do add to each other. All right. So, spray origin. Instead of having your position marked there, we're going to add in a move mod specifically for you. Let's see, all the way. By the way, I was working on fully expecting not getting anything done, but I come to the teacher and says, "Oh, by the way, wanted to give all you $5 since half of the people left who get the remaining 12." Well, you got more money? Hey, are you gonna eat that money? No. Well, more for me. All right, so at that point, I'm going to assume it's where it's at. I need to just like open and close this back up because I'm getting annoyed not being able to see my own functions. So press, boop. There he is. And where is spray? Where is the spray point? Oh, yeah, it's not visible right now. Or it shouldn't be. Why are you kind of morphing around? I don't think it should be. Oh, maybe I should add in a point of reference for it to work off of. So if I add in the bottle... Do you want to reference yourself there? There we go. Now it actually, like, attaches to it correctly. So now it's going to move, and... Let's see, if I swap... Okay, then that doesn't update. So I need a different way to figure out which direction he's pointing. Because I don't have a way to check that because it goes off of you. I guess I could have a toggle. Hold on. Or I can find... Yeah, here's where I have it checked. We get a relay. And send that over here as well. So that's if it's flipped or not. I'm gonna leave a string for me just to have a note. Let's see. True. Face right. False face left. And that's just the origin that all this is working off of. I might actually need to store or condense a lot of this down to stuff. I'm Alright, that's at least the origin point, and I can have it face left or right. That's an option that I can do. Do I want to add in, like, the angle of attack, or do I just want to add that in preemptively? No, origin is fine. I can add in rotations and at another point. So now that I have, like, a origin position, that's what this is, I can output it to something. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can condense this down to a string so I don't have as many things going on. No, bad Dean, don't steal my money. Last time you stole my mushroom pizza, it turned bad. Oh yeah, that's right. I should be really careful about that. Bad Dean is Bean. Bean is evil alter ego of Dean. Theory confirmed. Definitely. 100%. I need to focus on this. What information do I want to be transferred? So I want if it's on or off. I can have that as... Let's see, 1 second. So we're going to convert a bunch of these into strings and then combine them together. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to have string from Boolean. So this one is if it's enabled or not. Separator, space, or just plus? Just plus. Or, no. The bar. I'm going to use a bar here. String from point. There we go. And I'm going to assume, yeah, it kind of morphs around a bit. Ooh, you don't get into the actual correct position. You kind of morph around a bit. Why is that? Because you should... Okay, you are attached, but the movement isn't as attached as it should be. Is that what's going on? Yeah, because it's getting, like, everywhere we're not supposed to. Let's see, how about instead of using that, I use something else? Or should I scale it down? Maybe that's what I need to do. Can I scale this down at all? Let's see. X is multiplied by 400. Y is multiplied by 300. Let's see if we can divide that. Actually, we don't need to divide that down, do we? We just need to find... There's the relay. I'm going to move that back up here, and instead of dividing it back, we're just going to take you... like that position? Yeah, but it's not going to be as changed, right? I don't know, it's still going to be kind of useful having it like that. Move you back. How can I change the origin again? Let's see. Tess says, no, see, he will break or change something and not notice it. And then this will cause issues in the future when he does find it, but worked on the project. This one thing will cause a domino effect, breaking everything. Dean, I got a fear now as if I was working on the avatar. When you were moving the scheme with your mouse, and what if Dean turned away from the beat to press something accidentally, not see it and break something accidentally? If at least with me, if something breaks, I know when it breaks, and I have enough experience to know. But I mean, look at where this point is. That's a problem. I need to figure out what's with the point of origin. So that's not supposed to be there. I'm not sure what's up with it. What if for the pin, what if instead I or points it off of you? No, as opposed to this, which actually does work. So why do you get separated like this? Okay, let me try something else out. How about instead of an attachment like or maybe if I enable all these, then it'll work. No, it doesn't. No, I'm just trying a bunch of different things. Let me try another attachment method. Double attach is a different attachment method. All it really does is just give it more like a lock in place effect. So I'm gonna try this out. Let's see, where's the other pin? There's the other pin. Move you here, attachment pins like that, and then bind it to the bottle. Bind to bottle, and now you're way over there. Okay. Okay, well, in actuality, this is not exactly one-to-one. Well, the problem is that I want to make sure that it's at the right area, isn't it? Tess says, Dean, 500 dogs or 400 cats. I won't tell you what's the point, but maybe it's a fight. Maybe it'll be about animals receive or something. I don't know. Think about it. Cats. Why? Dogs have way too much affection, and it's like, that's a lot of affection you're giving me. Please stop. Let's see if I move my movie. No, that doesn't do anything. This one also doesn't do anything. Oh, that's because I still have like this attachment, right? No, doesn't work. Doesn't work quite like that. Okay, just get rid of that. But I gotta go for the cats option. Oh, well, now you're just not moving with it at all, right? Oh, no, that at least kind of works. Kinda, I think. Yeah, we'll go off of this for now. So I'm hoping... Oh, that's because the attachment thing's wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no point for the attachment, so this is actually correct. Somewhat. I would like for... Oh, maybe I could add in a smooth modifier instead and see if that kind of makes it match a bit better. It kind of does. We'll go for this one. Okay, this is going to be the actual origin point. And that's going to be sent out here. And then we're also going to get one more. One more here. So this will be a big string that'll actually end up getting sent out instead. And then hopefully I receive this information is the idea. We're going to send that to the output. Rid of you. I don't need you anymore. Bottle, toggle, data. Connect that to this output, which delete usage and change it to a string. So now it should output that. 500 cats will make sure to ignore you. Yeah, that's the point. Also, I've dealt with cats before. I got an idea of how they work and function. All right, this is gonna go to here. I need to go to the spray toggle and change the inputs, or the main input. Change it to a string. So, if I got this working correctly, this should allow the string to carry on through. And then once I'm in the project, I can actually, like, read it. Yeah, there we go. And depending on where I'm moving, he also does stuff. Yeah. There seems to be a lot of lag. Like frame rate lag for some reason. Is that just because of... Is that because of the toggle? Nope, still a lot of lag. Is there a reason for that? Gosh, I'm worried. I'm just worried in general. Why? I'm worried that everything will just break the moment I'm not looking at it. Okay, save. Go back to this avatar. Yeah, this whole thing is starting to, like, frame drop like crazy. I'm going to assume... But close it and then open it again, and it will come back. Because I know there's like some frame rate issues the more stuff you add to a scene. Okay, there we go. It kind of works. So if we use the spray, toggle that on, and okay, all that information transfers over correctly. Good. Very good. Well, now it looks like a squeaky toy. Wait, hold on. Look at how he's moving. Bonk, 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 bonk. It looks like a squeaky toy. Bonk, 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 bonk. I'm just trying to think about what I need to do next. Alright, so now that I can actually get the information, let me make sure that I can send that over to the spray. So I pretty much just need to make sure I have all the information here. Makes it look like you're bonking a chat. Yeah. So, let's see. Can I get mouse override? Oh, I just need to copy paste some stuff, I think. So we'll go over here and just copy you, go over to the other project, paste. That'll get everything here, and I just gotta connect anything that doesn't want to be connected. So now, yeah, that'll all work. Cool. Let's see. One other one other mod here. This one was -80, -35, was it? What did I set it for? -33, okay. -33. This is all to make sure that I have like a way to test this without having to go into the project. Add those two numbers together. I'm basically just making sure I have all of my inputs the same so that I can have a proper testing environment while working on this. Also, should change that to a string from point. Connect you. Use that as a divider. And what's the last one? Oh yeah, another one of these. It's going to be Alt and C. So the last one is if it's flipped or not. That, okay, there we go. So this is effectively going to be the same thing if I import. If I have it in the avatar, that can at least like make a mock version of this. So, right, how do I want to start this off? Let's just get one working and then see what we can do with the rest. So all of these will have definitely a fade option. This is going to be really annoying to attach to everything, isn't it? But it's going to all be separate anyway. Yeah. Yeah, it's all going to be separate on their own thing. They're going to have their own lifetime, so it kind of works out. Unless, do I want 24 of these? I feel like I should get 24 just because, like, they'll stay there for a while. Alright, so we're going to have a ton of these guys. I don't have an easy way to... Do I not have an easy way to modify the opacity? Not really. No. Okay, because now I have... I have a lot. I have a lot of these. They're multiplying. Oh, there we go. So, just gonna put those all back in one spot. I'm gonna also name these kind of differently so that I can at least differentiate them a bit, because having them as the same names is going to be really annoying. Dean is opening 500 hyperlink Spamton opens. I'm opening all of the hyperlinks, and none of them are blocked. I remember earlier the conversation of me saying that, oh yeah, this is just going to be a huge pain in the ass. Well, here I am. And I have proved to myself that this was in fact going to be a pain in the ass. But it's for the bit. And whenever it's for the bit, it has to be done. What kind of other stuff can we think about for now? I don't know. Problem is, if I think about anything else, I think I'm just gonna lose track of what I'm doing. Which is not good. So we're gonna end up having, like, 9 different instances of everything? No, 8 different instances of everything, which that should be enough. I say full well knowing it might not be enough, but whatever. Oh, what? Okay, fine. Undo progress, whatever. Okay, at least that's organized. No, Dean, don't open all the hyperlinks. You can't catch your cold virus. I'll survive. I'm really good about this. Yeah. Right, let's at least get one of these working. Okay, just for now, I'm gonna delete all the fades for the moment. Add just one fade, the 1-1 fade, so I can keep track of that one. So what we're gonna do is based off of where this point is at. So we'll need to get that information. We need to get a split. We need to get a couple splits actually. So this way it'll actually split up the string information, and then I can actually do stuff with that. I do need to tell it what part of the string to look at, so... Let's see, we'll look at the first part, look at the second part, and you look at the third part. Alright, so now... Oh, I need to make sure that that's a toggle, right? So that's going to be toggled. There we go. So this is if it's spraying, true, and this will be the position data. Gonna make sure this is kind of split up a bit. Do I want it just so it's easier to look at? If I do that, that's not too bad. Half-Life 2 be like, all the militaries in the world lost in 7 hours. Meanwhile, one mute qualified specialist in an HP suit. To be fair, he is backed by, like, some kind of eldritch entity. The G-Man. He's backed by the G-Man. It's not even a fair fight at that point. Let's see, string to number? No, not number. I need string to point. String to point. So I'm going to convert all of the... I basically compressed all of the information down to one string, and now I'm uncompressing it. String to Boolean. Wait, it says false or... I'm going to assume that it's... Oh yeah, because it's false, it doesn't output anything. So if I... Yeah, if I click that, then it actually works. Alright. So we're going to have ourselves a origin point. This is just to make sure that I know where everything is. We got a little point of origin. And we're gonna just have a little setup here just to visualize where everything's at. The point of origin isn't gonna actually do anything. This is just to get a scale for where everything's at. So we're gonna be positioned over here. All right. Oh, actually, do I want the point to be correct? Actually, if I add a attachment to all of these, Will that work? No, I don't want them to be attached because they're all going to move simultaneously, aren't they? Yeah, so that they'll attach to it, which is good. But then if I want to move around, they're going to move around, and I don't want them to be attached, basically. So they shouldn't be attached. This is just to get an idea of where they should be spawning at. Let's see. I'm thinking on using a random number generator. Well, Jellyfish this here is yo. Ha. Hey, Jellyfish, welcome in. All right, stupid project number 552 that we're working on. Trying to get. Let's see. Is the spray bottle one working? Now, the thing that's an issue at the moment, I'm trying to figure out how to actually do the spraying part of the spray animation. The solution that I'm having at the moment is having an entire separate document to... No, it's Jello, not jelly. Sorry, I mispronounced. I see gel, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should put an E at the end of it instead of an O. That's a clear O. Oh well. Anyways, hello, Jello. Hello, Jello. But yeah, trying to make a project here to have it work elsewhere, pretty much. Good grief, what did I get myself into? I want these to be together. Now I want those to be together. Shoot. I did all that work, and now I'm going to undo a bit of my work. Only a bit. Not a lot, but just a bit. Just reorientating where these layers are so I can more accurately figure out where things need to go. What time is it going to be? It's getting close to the 3-hour mark. I'm going to see how much of this I can do today. And just see what I can make from it. Okay. Taz says he calls me Taz for 2 months, and I only complain twice. That's fine. Whatever. Bill says, like, I'm like sad, regretting because I had training today, but it was scary because Mom wasn't there because she gone to another place, so I didn't go. But now I'm sad because I don't know. Sorry, all caps. Yeah, venting. It's just venting. That's fine. So we're gonna have a choice between. Do I want different state values? Ooh. Oh, let's do that. So we're gonna have different state groups. Foam 1 and basically foam 1 through 8. And it's going to choose between 3 different sprites whenever they're called upon. Basically, those get randomized. And whenever they're done... Jill says, see ya. Alright, bye, bye, Jello. You have a good day. Foam 6, foam 7, and 8. So far, this has been like one of the more in-depth things that I've been working on. Is it necessary? Probably not, but it's for the bits. And that's all that matters. So let's see. Clear you, and number 3 will do that too. I'll go through all of these as I go on. Earth movers in general.
You're taking too long. I say before I get shot 57 times.
Oh, look, it's Benjamin. Hey, Benjamin. Welcome in. Earth mover is in chat. Neat. That's completely normal and not out of the ordinary. Okay, let's see if we can get these to appear. So we're going to have a random number generator. Pick between 1 and 3, using only integers. And just for the time being, I'm going to use a repeater that repeats every not 0.2 seconds, just 2 seconds.
I have no core, and I must be running.
You better go catch it? How do you respond to that?
Look, I don't have a heart. I should probably get that.
And that's string to number. I need to turn that into string from... No, from point. Jeez. From number. There we go. From number, and then combine that with... Ooh, can I just... Instead of having number 1... that's going to be with all of these, isn't it? Yeah, just going to say number. That's going to be annoying. I wish we couldn't have just that there, whatever. Let's see, we're going to have just a hashtag here. Alright. We're going to have the different foam groups here. We're going to use just one for the moment. If I can find it. It's probably buried near the bottom. There you are. Foam group 1. Alright, so now it chooses to swap between it every 2 seconds. It says, I have a brain, but then a blurred Nikon gave me a lobotomy.
Tenna, why the hell did you steal my brain/core?
Well, look, I need it. I desperately needed it for my spray foam bottle. That's definitely why. Okay, time to... Next thing. I want to get a clock. I love my clocks. I have spent way too much time getting these clocks to work. It is actually kind of ridiculous. Let's see. You want to work... Yeah. You work at the correct rate, so... in my time trying to make a Roaring Knight avatar, which that was fun, I found out that clocks are incredibly inconsistent. So I've had to basically change how I do clocks here so that I can get like a more consistent output. Let's see, can I have it in 0.1 intervals? Have just a number value's fine. Multiply that by 5. Alright, so that'll reset at the rate that I want. Let's see. Yay, scripting. Oh yeah, Earthmover, just to give you an idea of what's been going on. Giant Tenna Avatar project, there's a lot of scripting. There's a lot. At the moment, I'm working on this project down here, where I get this. Let me see if I can summon it. There we go. where I get this spray bottle thing working. What I'm working on at the moment is try to see if I can get like the foam to come out. Basically, as a frame of reference, this is what normally happens. Where like spray comes out and it does stuff. I'm not able to have the spray come out that much, but what I can do, I'm having a separate project right now. And basically trying to make the foam appear on a separate project as opposed to the main one, and then use that instead. Also, this is just going to be a lot easier to work with, so I don't have like so many foam sprites while I'm in the main project. That's what I'm working on at the moment. That says, wait, it had been 2 hours already? Damn, it's late for me. I'm tired now. I should go sleep. Canonically, a gnome loves trees. For some reason, they're speaking in Vietnamese. Oh gosh. If you're gonna head out, that's alright, Taz. You have a good night. I'm probably not gonna get this done. It's gonna get kind of far, but it won't be done till like probably another point in time. Either way, you have a good night, Taz. Okay, so I can at least affect the output here. So yeah, this way, just have A and then A. They're not minus, multiplied by -1. That's what I wanted. There we go. So whenever the first one is up, give it a moment. Should be, yeah. No? Sure. Oh, because it's negative. Duh. Why is it negative? Oh, wait, 1 minus negative, right? Shoot, how do I do this? Okay, what am I wanting? It's... Oh, because it's, turn it... What? Why are you weird? A. Okay. Is it 1 minus A? There we go. That's what I want. Okay, all 3 of these will have new fades. We're going to bring those over to here. So all 3 of those will have a lifetime. Earthmover says, fun fact, I recommend not having a long checklist for something or else it'll be nearly impossible or something. Sorry, I'm high, might be writing something. That's alright. I do agree having a massive checklist is kind of a problem, but at least for the project that I'm working on, the checklist is literally try to implement all of the sprites that Tenna has, which there are a fair number of, and I have all of them here. Let's see. I have like all of them. I only have like maybe 20 implemented so far. And at the moment, every week, I'm trying to either work on the poses that I already have to make them better or just implement some different ones. I'm still scrolling. There's so many different sprites. It's ridiculous. I have a system set up to like use everything that's available, but actually getting it all set up has been a doozy. But working on each individual one as I can, pretty much, or as time goes on. Let's see. Next thing I want to do, I want to have a move command for it, or for all of these. So we're gonna have new move. Gonna move all of those over here. It's gonna be a lot of state change modifiers, I'm pretty sure. So this is the point of origin. That's where the spray bottle is coming from. And what's the angle that I want? Earth mover's quite high. I say, yeah, technically it is pretty high. Can I get just a simple? Not you. Let me get the spray sprites. Just it itself. No layers or anything. Just it itself. Where is it? There you are. No, don't move. Copy, paste. No. Oh, wrong button. Paste. There we go. And then put you in as like bottommost, and then that's just here to get scaling correct. Do I need to like scale these all down a bit? Let's see, point of origin. This is where like pretty much all of them are starting. This is just to get an idea. And I want them. I want them somewhere. Let's see, a landing point. Landing point. Landing point will be just bright yellow. Yeah. Whoop, stretch that off. Earth says, I'm high since I've been created. Am dynamic wind. I mean, like am as in the I have no mouth must scream, or just Earth mover. I don't know. At the moment, I'm just focusing on the Tenna avatar for now. If things go well, I could probably make some other ones. I got an idea to make a Flowey avatar. That's something. Do I want it there? I want to see if I can put it there. We'll get a point value, and the point value... Get an email? Forgot I left my email things open. Or my email app, so it notified me of stuff. No one sent me anything. It was nothing important. Let's see. So that is the landing point. Move the relay and oh yeah, landing points. Move. Find the point. And Martians is back. I'm back to the back. Welcome back to the back. Back up. Welcome back. Bum 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 bum. That says I'm actually going now. Alright, see ya. Yeah, they make a one-to-one recreation of Am and make it destroy humanity. That would be like an Ultra Kill reference. That'd be something weird. I get a delay. Oh, I already got that. Or a relay. So this is the landing point, or that's you, and this is just to understand where it's at. Yeah, I have to replace it with 0 because it doesn't do that by default. There we go. Aim is goated. Also, you just joined in and you got in second place so quickly. Wow. Leaderboard is rigged. He has seen Twitter. Hopefully no one gets to see Twitter. Okay, what do I want to do here? I want to take Let's see, state storage. Let's see, turn it into a string. This is what I've done every now and again. I've played this before. Played this with my avatar, or Roaring Knight avatar. Let's see, the clock ticks. Every cycle, I need to trigger stuff. So, we have an on value change. That's when the cycle happens. We'll get a not on value change. A branch on Boolean. When triggered, you'll go here and send it through. So now it only updates later. Okay, cool. What do I need now? I'm the second Earth mover, the first one. Well, it was exploded into pieces. That's funny. That's a funny lore. Also says Deltarune, people talking about Ultrakill, people talking about Deltarune. Well, then there's me. Both. We got both. Kind of both. So this is point A, and then this is point B. I want point B to also move in connection with point A. Right? I think so. Marson says more like a Deltarune channel to be. I am more of a Deltarune channel, I will agree, because I do a lot more Deltarune stuff, but whenever I got time, I check out Ultrakill. It's probably like, frankly, it's like my second most popular thing to talk about, and I just kind of want excuses to talk about it more. Okay, how can I link these two together? As in, the movement here gets adjusted based on where it's going. Okay, so I have this here. I can add the difference between the two. Oh shoot, what am I doing? You're gonna make a Flowey avatar, aren't you? Yeah, I've got a stream planned out for tomorrow to work on that, so you could stop by whenever I'm working on it. Okay, actually, I'm gonna take a quick break from working on this. It's been like 3 hours. I'm gonna keep doing things for a bit, but just to kind of show off the Flowey model real quick. This is a kind of a prototype that I got working. So I got all of the different petals actually kind of divided up. See him moving around like that. It kind of flows around. What I want to work on the stream tomorrow is kind of add some more functionality to the head, and also like swap between different like eyes and mouth poses. Or at least that's what I want to try to get into. That's going to be tomorrow's focus. Okay, I can get rid of that. My god. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I even thought about trying to see if I can do the creepy face ones too, and have that as an option. All right. I'll make a Flowey win. I've thought about it. That's gonna be sometime later. Probably like if I really have time to make it, I'll try. At the moment, I want to see what I can do with the Flowey one. I'm gonna go get something Get something to eat and a drink of water. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take a quick break. I'm back. Tenna is worse than Vox. Kane is better than... Kane actually is like way stronger than Tenna, but they have like similar powers, but Kane definitely has like a lot more control, because like... Let's see, Kane has like absolute control over the environment that he's in, whereas Tenna has like a lot of influence, but still needs like a lot of people working behind the scenes to get it to function. Vox though, I'm not too familiar with Vox. I know he's from shoot. Has Been Hotel, yeah. Other than that, I'm not sure. Like when you were longer. Deanspillabean is better than his you is. I'm long. Okay. See what else I can get into. So I want to see if I can have a difference thing, right? Yeah, so we take the initial value. Let's see. Get relay. Send it over here. We'll use a subtraction. Subtract option. So now that's 0. And if I change this, then that can move. That's cool. So that's the difference. If I add these two together now, we should be able to basically link the 2 points. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, they'll actually link together and move together. That's great. Okay, really quick. I'm gonna see if I can take it from string to point. No, not point. Number. I keep thinking point is a number for some reason. Right? No. Shoot, that actually does need point. What am I doing? I'm trying to get a number from a point. All right, so checks hue. One moment. I need to check on something. I heard something that worries me, and I'm gonna go check it out. I'll be right back. Okay, back. The thing was fine. Make Tenna explode next episode of Tenna work. Oh. Okay, I have actually thought about that. I actually made a Tenna avatar project for the one that I'm working on right now. And let me see if I can find where I have this. Where do I... Okay, it is, yeah, the Tenna cut arms thing, where I've actually been trying to figure out how I can have it as like an actual sprite. So, do I have a GIF? Oh yeah, this is a GIF, wasn't it? Yeah, this is like a GIF project that I was working on. I remember I got this working at one point, but I can't figure out where I got the proper GIF, whatever. But that could be something I could do at some point. That'll require a lot of stuff though, but I could actually make it really cool because the last one I didn't have any like dynamic effects and I had to like do very jittery changes, but now I can actually make something cool. Let's see, so now, yeah, it only updates there. Okay. Let's see, just for convenience, loaded launch points. What is a loaded launch point? It's just a thing where I can say, hey, here's where it starts, so... I move you, loaded launch. So now I can actually like do that and it'll update correctly. Cool. Jake incident reference, if you know, you know. Imagine chat controls Tenna. Oh no, it seems to be we've reached the 10,000 Tenna gets exploded milestone. You know what that means. And then Tenna just gets completely discombobulated. Ooh, okay. I was arguing if I wanted to actually show this off because it's such a huge prototype thing. But, so there was the Tenna battle avatar sprite work that I was working on. Let me pull that up just to show kind of the ridiculous thing I'm getting into here. So, I'm actually trying to, like, limb him up, have, like, individual limbs. But then on top of that, where's the button? There's the button. Try to figure out, if I press this button, boop, I actually rig him up to work. Like, give him muscles. And give him a ground to stand on in physics. Torso and leg guide. So what's going on in this instance here is I'm pressing a button which basically tells this heal to go down. But I also have it so whenever it tries to go below 0, it's like, hey, I can't go below 0. And then it redirects the rest of the values over to this hip one here, or this hip dot that this leg is connected to. So it ends up actually being like a reactive way to move stuff. He's very impatient. So, I could have an option where if I get everything, like, rigged up, he'll just explode. If, like, I could just have an option where all the limbs just lose all attachment and they just explode. Isn't the leg not animated, only the moves? Yes. Except if I have access to all the limbs, of which I do. Let me see if I can find them. I have them somewhere. Sprites for model, battle mode, limb layers. So I have like all the sprites for everything. And I'm trying to like connect them up. So like this one is for the leg so far. I'm planning on just having like a non-animated GIF and having like control of like the legs moving. Like if I get this set up, I could get him to have a walk cycle, which would look ridiculous. Like imagine like the Tenna doing stuff, and then he just starts standing up and walks. That'll be a lot of work. So I was kind of arguing if I wanted to do that today, but then I was like, yeah, I still need to work on it. Anyways, that's something else. You all got to see it. No one else does. Ha. All right, back to this. So, let's just make it so it goes from point A to B over a set period of time. How can we do that? So it goes from, let's see, the launch point, which is here. Oh, actually, if that's the launch point, then I don't actually need to have a position for all of these. I actually just need move command. Did I already have? Oh yeah, I have moves here. That's right. Show us the Tenna files. I have too many files to show. You're gonna have to let me release them one file at a time every so often. You can't make me release. Yeah. Tenna officials in chat. Mr. Insect metallic device that transmits and receives radio waves versus Whispering Bishop. What is the Whispering Bishop? I didn't notice Martian's message. I just know that the Ladybug voice actor swears on the show. Oh yeah, from Has Been Hotel. Yeah. Okay, I really need to focus on this, so... So if I do that, that moves all of them to that position. Okay. So slowly, they need to change from this point to that point, or just change over time. Which we have a clock over here that can allow me to change that over time. And anyway, see you next episode, man. Yeah, all right. See you, Earthmover. You have a good day. I'm gonna see if I can at least for this stream get at least one of these foam cycles working. If I can get at least one of them working, I'd consider that a success, because then I have to like duplicate that for everything, and that's just gonna take a while. This is the interesting part. How can I change between the two? I can have like a smooth mod, I guess. Like shift takes that information and then shifts over that over time. Let me try that. Oh, well, no, that's not gonna work. I need to use the... It's not that it's not gonna work, it's just not gonna be modified. Well, no, I don't need it to be modifiable, do I? Not... Gosh, I need to think about this a lot. Make it. Just make it. Make it. We'll figure it out later. How do I change from point A to B? Let's say, okay, so the coordinates are, here's the launch point, that's where it starts. And that's where well, it could just be as simple as flip between the two positions. Maybe, but I kind of want... Ooh, okay, difference between the two going from 0 to the actual difference, maybe. Obnoxiously loud Guardian versus Mr. Insect. Metallic voice device transmits receiving audio waves. Who wins? Me. I win. I actually go in and just delete everyone. It was that easy. Get a subtract method. Landing point. So that's the difference. If we tell, let's say the first one as an example, to go over a set distance depending on... Can I put these through the equation? No, I can't. Shoot. Okay, take you out then. Math, multiply. Multiply the difference by the clock. So this will try to go towards the landing point, I think. So what happens if I do this? What does that look like? That goes over there. Okay. Can I just make it so that it only outputs on one of these for now? Okay, detach you, just make it one, so only foam 1 works, so I can see that more often. So what happens if I change the subtraction method here? So you go over there. That's kind of where I sort of want it. Maybe I should add the launch point. I think that's where it goes. Then add the launch point to you. No, you still don't want to work. Add it again. That's not supposed to be it, but... No, you guys, that thing's Y value is like way off course. Undo that. So it's not quite what I was wanting. Oh, okay. What about... This is gonna look weird. Okay, multiply both of these. We're gonna get... that so that they... Let's see, different modifier. It's gonna look so weird when I get this in. There's gas coming out of Tenna's butt. It's a design flaw, definitely. Nothing to worry about. I'm honestly just kind of Hail Marying this. I'm not actually sure if this will work, but I want to see if it does. Oh my gosh, it actually does work. Yeah, and the scale it goes in the right area. Oh, sick. Okay, that actually works. Yeah, it actually goes to where I wanted to go. So, that's sick. Honestly, I was just kind of vibe coding there, but that actually works. Tenna goes fart crazy. All right, so that works, right? So if I put like the landing point at -200, then it'll update. Yeah, it actually updates correctly. Nice. Huh, cool. That's actually really great. Like, no joke, that actually is really cool. So if I get the rest of the foams out. Oh, no, get rid of the... Do you not want to work? Oh, yeah, because it's... Wait. Are you in the weird... Here, okay, there we go. Randomizer, can you not do the same one twice? Get the forbidden chocolate. Oh, I need to connect it here. I think that's what'll make it work better. Yeah. So that at least works. Can I... I'm spraying foam up here. It's foam. Definitely. Can I make it so I have this connected to it? Oh yeah, I want to see if I can get the true value on here, don't I? Because if I swap it, then it actually doesn't do anything. So should I just have... Okay, so both these are getting added together. I need to have a check here that flips the model around, but it only flips because I want the position to go to a different direction. Oh shoot, where that's really funny that this is like right on his butt. That's funny. Let me go back to here. Where does it say that the spray origin point is? It's over there normally, but let's see, spray origin. We'll just move you so that we can actually adjust the movements. It's over there. Okay. Let's see, about here is where I want it. So that's at positive 40, negative 30. Okay, so that's actually easy. I just need to flip that value. Okay. Let's go back to you and... Let's see. Where do I need to put that in? Do I need to put that in here? Maybe. Multiply... Or no, maybe not multiply, just negate. Have a branch on Boolean online. If false, do this, and then if true, make the negative version. So it ends up literally flipping. Need to get the branch connected. There we go. So now... Well, now it just shoots, like, super far out there. Okay. That's because it's because it's not quite right. Oh, I need this to be negated, I think. Let's try this out. Well, it does move it elsewhere. Good grief. I think I need the land values, the landing point values also be changed. Is that what's going on? I'm really hoping that's what's going on. Otherwise, I might be here for a bit, which I am already going to be here for a bit. No, that doesn't work. Everyone get the forbidden chocolates. Tenna's laughing. Tenna's always laughing. It's very funny. Anyways, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the correct way to tell the program to do that. How do I tell it to flip? Maybe, Maybe subtract... No, shoot. Yeah, actually, subtract stuff. So if we get... good gracious. So it works. There's just a lot of thinking I gotta do. So if true, we can subtract... Well, okay, no, the origin point is going to change, okay. What about the landing points? So the landing point is going to change too. So we can at least say... Okay, let's at least get the launch point flipped, I think. Yeah, because that's going to be the actual input into the program. So this is the launch point. So if we undo some stuff, unless I, yeah, okay. Branch on Boolean, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. So, try this out one more time, see if anything changed, or not that if anything changed, just see if I can make something different. Negates the input, so ends up being over there. Why does it end up being over there? Oh, it's because the y value doesn't need to be changed. Okay. So, how do we change it back? I think we need to kind of divide that up and make a construct off of that so that the y is the same, but the x value isn't. Or no, the x value... Yeah, x value isn't the same. Yeah, I'm saying the right stuff. Let's put you there. So now, yeah, I think that flipped correctly. So if I do the same thing, I'm gonna test this out. Where does this go? Okay, that's correct. That's good. If I do the exact same thing, but for the landing point, have a branch, add that in based on if the relay is active or not. Now you just send it like miles away. Why do you send it miles away? Ooh. You actually send it to the correct position for moments, but I guess the reason is because it updates where you are. Multiplies going between the 2 points and adds the outputs together. Why does it add the outputs together? Because it goes from 80 to... Oh, it should go from 80 to 138. Why is it 298? That's because it adds the difference here. What if we just subtract that? well, then that works, but it won't update afterwards. That is kind of neat though, looking at it actually going to the same point each time. That's kind of neat. So I think, do I need to change how it works depending on if, oh, can I also change where origin point is? Yeah. Just to change you, get this function. French on Boolean. If true, take that, otherwise you, and output. So now the origin point is at least there so I can see if that works. That's good. And that updates, right? Yeah, I should probably make sure that that only updates at the end of a cycle. It looks so weird. So toggle. Oh, is it because this also needs to get changed? Maybe that's what's going on. Because it's basing it off of here. I could like spend time and really math out things, but half the time I'm actually just like literally vibe coding to say, like, oh, maybe that's what I need to do. Okay, there we go. It actually does update correctly. So now it actually flips model and at least works right. Cool. I'll just do one more quick change. String, no, where is it? States. Milo's on here. You should play From the Depths. What's From the Depths? Move you over there. From the Depths. It's like a shipbuilder? It's like, yeah, it is like a shipbuilding game. That does look really fun. I will say that does look really fun. Unfortunately, I'm not really into those kind of games. I played... What was it? What? That was weird. That, like, there was like this one robot fighting... Not Roblox, but it was like a robot fighting game thing. That does look really cool, though. It's easy and not hard. It's very chill. Oh, that's what they all say. But then because you can like make anything that you want, it's gonna get really ridiculous. Because I will not play it chill. I make massive things, and it takes a while for me to make stuff. I'll still I might look into it, but I don't know. Don't know if I'll have time to even like check it out. Also, usually I don't really play things on stream unless, very much unless, I get, either like I really want to do it or for some other reason. Oh, you don't. Oh, it's because I have it connected here. Okay. There we go. Only updates at the end of a cycle. The easy thing is a lie. It is painful. Yeah, I figured. I play, what was that old game called? It's like RoboCraft. I remember I played RoboCraft. I haven't played the second one yet, but I remember when that was out, it kind of the same thing where you would just make these giant vehicles and put stuff on it. There would be limits to how many blocks you could put on it. It really got kind of annoying to get all the resources required to make stuff, and then you fight against people that have these insane machines. That like, how are you able to make that? I thought, and then it's a lot. So, From the Depths does look really cool, but I don't think it's a game I'd check out a whole lot. But yeah, welcome in, Milo. We've been working on making a little spray bottle for Tenna here, where I have a little spray that goes from the horn all the way to a point B, and also made it so I don't have him connected to it. Actually, should I? Let's see. Can I get the Tenna one attached to launch point? No, not that. Origin point. No. Landing point. Okay. Well, you're just over there now. Whatever. Which one's landing point? Oh, wait, no. I need it on origin points. Pin into you? No, you don't want to do that. Do that instead. There we go. Roaring Titan win? I could probably work on the Titan at some point. Like, that is an option. The key's over there. Alright. Whoop, whoop. Let's see, origin points. We have a scale mod for you. This is going to be completely worthless, pretty much, but just for the sake of making sure I know what everything looks like. Different scaling, different values. This one will be positive Y, positive X. And then the other one will be just a negative X positive Y. There we go. So now that I swap between, yeah. It looks weird. Oh, you're not adjusting. Why are you not adjusting? Just adjust. Doth now not wanteth to adjust. It be too good. Milo's gotta go. Alright, see you, Milo. I think I'm getting kind of close to a stopping point. I'm just trying to make sure I get a lot of this working, and then kind of in my own time I can try to finalize it, because I doubt I'm actually going to have enough time to finish this. I originally wanted to see if I could get like 1 or 2 poses in here. Now at this point I'm just doing something even crazier. Alright, so at least I know what that all looks like, so I can update that as is. So how can I just turn it on? Let's see, easy. I can just say relay over to here and pause the counter if true. Right, no, I need it to be negated. Negates value. Yeah, so now it only triggers when I have it turned on, which is this button. Yeah, it does delay though. Can I start it up sooner? Is that an option? I don't think that's an option with how I have the clock set up. Ooh, oh, his the position of him moves inverted to my mouse. Ooh. Oh, I need to change that. Is that because my mouse input is different? Oh yeah, because the mouse input needs to also get inverted, doesn't it? Okay. Where does the position go for you? It goes to here, and then that gets modified. Well, no, that's just the origin point. That's not... It's not entirely affected by that, right? Yeah, that's not entirely affected. I just need to make sure that my mouse control doesn't get overridden, because otherwise that'd be kind of confusing while I'm working on it. Or not. Maybe it doesn't really matter, because I don't think that's going to go through. Also, yeah, Tenna mentions, like, what about the Roaring Night avatar? I've thought about it. Again, if I have time, I'll work on it. So, what if I go back into this avatar mode? And can I enable the spray toggle? It is there. Let me get rid of the extra sprites. No, I'm in the wrong area. Yeah. Get rid of the extra sprites. Go over to here, save. Oh, how can I make sure it's toggling right? Oh yeah, I need to spray active. Oh yeah, it's very tiny. Let me go into here and turn that into a toggle. Can I turn that into a toggle? Or do I already have that as... I don't have that as a toggle yet. Add a latch. There we go. Changes the toggle. That's good. Make sure I update that over here. There we go. And that way, whenever I didn't mean to open this up. Close out a sprite. There we go. So now if I go to you and activate the toggle, it's very tiny, but it is there. Well, there it is. Spray. That's at least one of these that can work. So if I swap it, where'd you go? Well, now it's coming out of my ass. Okay, so yeah, the movement thing is still an issue. Let's see. Is this one? Yeah. So what's going on? It's because of this point value being inverted. So how can I revert it? Is that what I'm asking? What's going on? Oh, the problem is that I'm negating the movement of it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. I should. Well, let's see. What happens if I just get rid of you? Bound it to the move. Oh, the position still gets inverted. Move you back, so... Yeah, let's see. So how can I make it so that when I'm moving it, it unnegates, but... Let's see. When does it get modified? I think it gets modified... I shouldn't have it be modified here, right? Okay, well, what's going on? It's based off of... the origin... Well, no, that doesn't actually mean anything. It goes over to here. Then it swaps that up. Yeah, because then it inverts it. So it doesn't actually... why does it work? Why does it... Oh, goodness. I need to figure out how to make it go off of the position of the mouse first, and then change it. So this is the position of the mouse. Should it be changed here instead? Oh, I think that's where it needs to go. Scoot that over. And let's see, disconnect you. Let's see, launch points. Change to... Where did all these go? Shoot. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. One, 2, and 3. Then take you out. Alright, so does that work? No, the mouse still gets swapped. Why is that? Is that because of how I got this set up? No, the position still gets changed. Let's see, I have the right connection here. Oh wait. No, it still doesn't work. I got so many key bindings, this is ridiculous. So the problem is what? Is that the landing point doesn't change quite right. Where is... So there's the launch point and landing point. If I change that. Change that back. Okay, so you update correct, and then that update's correct. Alright, so I ended up having like too many negatives added, actually. Oh, that'd be weird if I could have like... Okay, no, that's a little too much. But, okay, so now it should work if resets and go back to the actual avatar. Okay, well, you're spraying in the right... from the right sprite, at least. Alright, probably need to adjust... You're not positioning right again. Oh, that's because I have the model swapping, not the actual location. Is that what's going on? Yeah. So the launch point is still technically the same, yes. What I want to do is add? Ooh, maybe add. Add the missing variable. Let's see. Add. Okay, if these are enabled, French on Boolean. False. Connect the relay. Get these two on. Yeah, and cannot negate it actually, so we'll instead subtract? Is that what I need? Yeah, subtract. Get a subtract modifier. And that's where the origin point will be. Ooh, okay. Only the X value gets affected, not the Y value. Let's see, subtract. Subtract the X value from it first. Then make a construct based on the X and the Y. And then connect that. I think that works. I know it doesn't visually work, but let's see. I think I need to subtract it twice. Is that what it is? Can I add another? No, I can't add another subtract. Okay. I can't just easily add one. Sonic Racer's in chat. What's going on here? Me taking a while to get Tenna to fart. Not actually making a fart. We're trying to see if we can get the funny spray thing emoted, which looks kind of silly. Pardon? Yeah. Trying to get Tenna to fart. Not really. How does that look? That looks weird. Oh yeah. Let me see if I think I'm getting kind of close to a stopping point. Yeah, there we go. I'm seeing double. Even though I shouldn't be seeing double. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and... okay, the foam actually goes in the proper direction. Nice. So, I got this working, at least. We got one foam thing working. Ideally, what it'll end up looking like is we can actually have them out here and then just like spray foam on people. It's also bound to a toggle too, so I can like toggle it on and off. Which, all right. That at least works. Cool. Now, I don't have any more time to actually work on this today, but it's beautiful. It actually is pretty good. Let's see, next thing that I need to do, all of that you see, I need to multiply that 7 times so that I can have, or 8 times technically, so that I can have, for getting rid of mice, so I can have, like 8 different instances of it happening. And technically I could add more if I want. I have this on its own project just to kind of keep it consistent, because this is like a lot. So I'm gonna hope I get this worked on over time, but I at least got that working, which I'm very happy for. I mean, look, I can now spray things. There's someone that suggested like, ooh, wait, can I actually do that right now? There's a funny suggestion where if I have them on here, and in the case of like, oh my gosh, there's like really can I just have the Tenna avatar on here? Yeah, there he is. He can spray foam on people. He can spray foam on chat too. That looks kind of silly. The size doesn't work too well. Let's see if I move him around and actually detach. Where is he? There he is. He's gonna spray foam on chat. So that is one example of what could go right or wrong. It'll definitely look very silly once I get it working. Okay, that ended up taking me a lot longer than it should have, but it's still gonna take me some time to actually get this one done. I'm gonna see if I can finish this week. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Is that? Yeah. Right, I'm actually gonna be finishing up. So this is pretty much what we got today. We got Tenna spraying foam. Even got the flip working too. So so they actually like flip around, and it updates correctly, which that took a bit to figure out, and it also moves around with my mouse. Yeah, not gonna be able to actually get the full build done, but this is just a general idea of what it'll look like. That's gonna end up being the end of the stream for today. Satisfactory? Yeah, it's satisfactory, yeah. I hope it burns. Alright, I'm gonna be closing out. So, thank you very much, Supersonic Racer, Milo, Tenna Official, Martians, Earth Mover. Yes, the actual Earth Mover came in my chat. Taz, Roaring Knight, Jello, Xander, Roaring Knight. Oh, did I already say Roaring Knight? I don't know. Kevin, Orbsy Reborn, and I'm a Rando Arts, and many more for stopping by on the stream. Thank you much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. I've got plans on working on a Flowey avatar tomorrow. It's going to be kind of a first unveiling. I have a prototype at the moment, but I want to see what I can do with it, basically. Check that out if you got time. I'm gonna work on this either today or like throughout the week. Also got Satisfactory streams near the end of the week on like Thursday and Friday. I'm gonna be working on like a bit of builds there, so stop by if you got the time. Right, I'm gonna be done. I hope you all enjoyed that, at least a minute, and you have a good night. Bye everybody. Bye.